Yo, salute, Nick's Real Talk, man. Divine, about to get on my grind, hop in the Black Knight, about to make it happen, man. Nick's Real Talk, we all over the place, about to get it popping. Divine, Bronx, Third Eye, 7-6, the night show, the morning show. Nick's Real Talk, man, about to get in the Black Knight.
Nick's Real Talk, let's get it poppin'. We hoppin' like toppin' in the Jumpman brand, ain't no stoppin'. Divine and Bronx, Third Eye, 7-6, we live from Facebook, Twitter to Twitch, and all that shit. We number uno with the promo that blow like nitro. Now the streets are buzzing, so we flow with the night show. So spike them likes below. That thumbs up, run them up, and you double up, cause it's Nick's Real Talk, and we on the come up. We'll salute to the cats in the chat. That's where it's at. Now you place the chats, my pace at under space while faces at. We lace these cats with news, notes, stats, game recap, no hyperbole, we straight facts. In fact, we say it lit like a candle throughout the handle on the banner. We violent, so subscribe to the channel. Nick's Real Talk. Nick's Real Talk.
Yo, salute, Nick's Real Talk, man. We in here tonight, man. Let's get it popping. Salute everybody. I hope everybody doing well. Ready to get into it tonight. I'm here, man. This man Divine, man. I'm in the building, man. Gonna talk a little Knicks tonight. We're gonna get into it, man. You know, the summer camp, getting amped for summer camp edition, all that good stuff. The situational battle over here that's brewing in New York City, man, with all the players trying to get them situational minutes. So it's gonna be a pretty tough battle down there. You know, seeing who's gonna be able to get some playing time with all the newcomers coming in, the rookie boys again trying to prove themselves. We're gonna get into that. Talk about the Derrick Rose and Alex Burks situation. I think that's a really the effect that them cats can have on the team is pretty gonna be something special in that second unit. So I'm gonna really get into them two topics mainly tonight. Let's see what the situational boys gonna do down there and talk about Alex Burks and Derrick Rose. I think if them cats have a good year, I think we're gonna have something special going on. So salute to everybody, man. I got a little issue with this. I'm in a guest thing, man, so I can't put my tweets in there, man. So I'm really upset about that, man. My stream, I got it set the wrong way, so it's not like I'm be able to reply to tweets tonight. So y'all, not tweets, I meant to the chat. So y'all just keep them coming anyway, man. Maybe I go in between and try to switch it, but I doubt it. But anyway, let's just get into it, man. There's a big thing going on, man. We already know what it is. You know, the training camp about a week away. We amped about it. We psyched about it. You know, I know we ready to get down there and get it popping, man, and see what's going to happen with this team going into the season. We only got like 2 weeks before probably training camp kick into effect. I mean, 1 week, and then after a week after that, you know, the season's about to kick in effect, man. So we're going to be getting ready to get busy in a couple of weeks, you know, for the season to get started, man. So it's going to be amazing. It's going to be fun. I'm excited about it. You know, I can't really wait till this thing get popping because I really think it's going to be special. And I'm looking forward to it. You know, like I said, man, starting with these young guys that we brought in here from Summer League, you know, the guy Summer League that we drafted, Grimes, McBride, you know, Sims, cats who come in here to trying to earn some minutes that's been around like Bacum, Knox, Valdoza coming in here trying to see if he can put his print on this thing. And we obviously we got Todd Gibson, a veteran, you know, but them the situational guy that's in New York that's gonna be trying to get them some minutes, you know what I mean? And the team is pretty deep, so it's gonna be tough. But before we get into all that, man, let me salute the chat. Pud Knight, Shaw Powers, appreciate y'all coming in there, man. And Chris, I can do the link later on, man, when it's time. But yeah, man, I'm interested to see what's gonna go with that. You know, you seem like we got that 10. Yeah, and Pud Knight's been on a bacon thing for a minute, so I bear witness to bacon. He's been true to that. Pud P Knight's been like, I'm gonna roll it with bacon. I feel you. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a good battle for that. You know, believe it or not, the young guys is hungry. The guys who've been in the league want to play like you said, Bacon, Knox. You know what I mean? Them guys got to try to you know, find their foot in this NBA, man. So I think they're gonna be going hard in summer camp to try and training camp to try to get them a spot in this roster. You know, to be able to play when the situation comes. You know, it's a deep team from 1 to 10. You know what I mean? So you know, it's a real deep team, and you know, we have to, you know, take consideration just how deep they are. If the 10 easily that's going to start and play the second five to me. So to be honest with you, you know, it's going to be tough for a lot of guys to even crack the rotation. But that don't mean they going to go down there and compete and go hard and try to get it because we in a good situation just to have guys that we drafted not even guaranteed to make the roster. I mean, the playing roster, the 10 guys that's going to get minutes every game. You got guys who might not even see that, but I do think that there's some good competition in there, and I think it's good for them. And I think Grimes got a lot to prove. McBride gonna want to prove it. Valdoza want to, regardless of what we may see with him, he gonna want to prove that he didn't come over here for nothing. You know what I mean? He gonna want to prove like, listen, Knicks didn't sign over here for nothing. You know, he gonna go hard. I don't think he want to see his career go like, wow, I came to the big league just like my boy Capazzo and all these guys and a lot of other guys who went over here, came over here and didn't make it. You know, you got to have that fire and desire in him to be like, I don't want to be that dude. You know, so I mean, I think it's going to be a good battle overall. You know, and Bacon, like I said, was in the league last year down in Orlando. Gave you Reggie Bullock numbers, shot some good numbers last year. So that, you know, he's gonna be looking to try to get in here as well. You know, I mean, get him a contract, but he's in a good situation too. Just from where he came from, who he played for. I think it bodes well for him if you go in there and show out. Then obviously we got the 4 year, the oldest Nick on there, which is Kevin Knox. You know, he's got to see what he got with this thing. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? You know what I mean? This is my last year, my Nick contract. Salute, shot power, salute. If this is last year, my Nick contract, am I going to be able to stay with this team? Or am I going to have to move on and find me another job somewhere else? You know what I mean? So I do think that that he got to really check that out for himself, man, because he got to get this. You know, Kevin Knox got to be like, if I don't do this now, that's it for me. You know what I mean? I can possibly find myself on another team, you know, or not on a team. You know what I mean? But I know his skill set is better than that. So I do think Kevin Knox going to go in there hard and try to fight for what he thinks is rightfully his. And you know, and I think all of them are going to do that. I'm interested to see what these young guys like I said, man. McBride, he you know, he's the one. I mean, he's got him and Valdoza to me. And I guess I would have to throw Grimes in there. That's going to be an interesting battle right there. Them three guys, because them going to be guys that if a player go down, we might need one of them. You know, we might need one if a Derrick Rose go down or Alex Burks go down or, you know, whoever, Kimber, anybody, or quickly, we're going to need one of them guys to step to the forefront and handle their business. So, you know, they got to go in training camp with a lot of motivation, all of them. I mean, you know, for the big men, you know, Sims, two-way deal, you know, he got to go in there and try to say, I'm on a two-way deal. Am I going to spend a lot of time up here with the guys up in the NBA? Or am I going to be down in the G League? You know, so I think he probably would like to be up here, work his way to a full contract. So he's going to be something that you got to keep an eye on. But it's going to be some good competition. It's going to be some good competition there, man. It really is, man. So I'm looking forward to next week, and they get in there and start doing their thing, man. Nick fans, we got to get ready because the season's about to kick in. But you know, I think that's going to be a good situational battle. Going to be good for the team. I mean, you got guys that I didn't mention like Walker and all these guys. I didn't get to mention them, but you know, it's regard the guys that I really think that truly they got a chance to do this thing is the guys I just pretty much laid out. And but I do think Amir Sims, I think Walker and all them guys are going to get a fair shake. Whoever they got down there going to get a fair shake. May the best man win. You go in there and show and prove that you might get a roster spot. You know what I mean? So we're gonna see. It's gonna be a deep challenge, man. Because you know, I know you can bring 20 to camp, but when the season starts, we gotta have 15, and it's a lot of guys in there who want to be on that roster. So I think that makes both so well for the Knicks overall. Because I know I can imagine, like I said, what them training camps gonna be like. You know what I mean? They're gonna be competitive, just like Julius Randle said the other day. They scrimmage is competitive, so you can imagine how training camp gonna be when it comes to playing against 5-on-5 and trying to compete to be on the New York Knicks and in the 2021-22 season. So they're really going to be going at it, you know, and I really want to see what they're going to do. I'm excited about it, and I really think it's going to be special. I think it's going to be bode well for the veterans on the team to have some young guys that can come in here and with that energy, that passion, and that determination to get to another level. That's going to push them guys as well. I mean, as far as salute, Steph. I appreciate you. I appreciate that for sure. Yeah, man. But I think that bodes well too. Because in practice, gonna have some young guys hounding them. They who hungry to get on the team. So I mean, they're gonna bring out the best in our veterans. They're gonna make them cats go get it. You know what I mean? Because Tibbs don't allow no sloppy work anyway. So he's gonna have to go in there and just manage this thing to the utmost because he got a good team down here. They had a good team last year. They got a better team this year. The expectations are going to rise. People are going to expect this team to do well. They already know. It's not like a target on your back from the NBA, but it's a target on your back from the fan base. and all that. They, it's like you got a target now. What y'all gonna do? We expecting y'all to go out here and get it. So these situational guys are gonna play a major role in that. Let's see, man. That point guard spot, Valdoza, like I said, and McBride, interesting. That's gonna be a beautiful thing to see. You know what I mean? McBride is a dog, man. Like I said, whatever. When I mean by dog, I mean that, say that in the most positive way. He's a dog, and he seemed like he hung. Yeah, excuse me, guys. I got a little bad weather down here. Sorry about that. But anyway, like I said, I seen McBride working at the complex, man. The kids he looks in shape. They getting all of them there, man. They all in there at the training facility, man. I love that, man. The training can't get here, but they there prior to that. Yeah, I think that's a good thing, man, to have. To be honest with you, man. So let's just see how this thing pop off, and let's look for it to be exciting, and see what these cats gonna do for us. You know what I mean? I believe Grime got that good, beautiful stroke, man. He got a good jump shot. He got a little game going to the basket on him a little bit. I seen the summer league. Some of the things I seen from him was intriguing. I really was. I did. I liked. I seen from him. Not only the jump shot was butter, but I seen him go to the rack a couple of times when he needed to go. He went in there with a little bit of vengeance. When he wasn't soft. So I liked that about Grimes. He looked good to me. I mean, nice pull up J, nice 3-point J. I mean, he's gonna be, as the years go by, he's gonna be a keeper for the Knicks. Like I said, McBride is McBride, and Jericho Sims, I think young athletic, young athletic dude. You know what I mean? This cat is gonna, but I like his game though. I like the way he play around the rim. He got good foot movement for a center down there. Strong under there. You know what I mean? When he grab a rebound, he got the power to go straight back up. You know what I mean? And his hops is crazy. You know what I mean? And I just think he's going to be a keeper as well. I think he's going to be a special player for the Knicks down the line. So I think guys like that, who came in here, and obviously, man, the big thing is going to be Valdoza. What he's going to bring. Is he going to see a glimpse of some of the things we thought, the reason why they signed him to bring him here? Or you're going to get to see the things that the Knicks seen, or we're going to get to see the things that we seen during, coming out of the Olympics when he had a bad week on a bad foot injury, whatever the case may be. But so I'm truly optimistic to see what he can do, because I like what he can do with a basketball. I just want to hope they can translate to the big leagues with these boys over here. But I like what he can do with the ball. I like his vision. I like his shot. You know what I mean? Like anybody, you got to get consistent with it, I guess. But from what I've seen, I like that, man. KJ, man, salute my brother. When you go to the link when you're ready to get in, if you're coming in tonight, appreciate you. But I like what I see from that young man. I think that he could pass the ball well. He got a Lonzo vision on the court. He got pull up J. He got a catch and shoot J. He can get to the paint. We just gotta see if it's going to translate. You know what I mean? If it translates, then I think we in business. So that's what I'm looking forward to with that young man, is to see that he coming over here to try to get a spot, not coming over here just to say, well, you know what, I tried in the big league, I'm going home. I don't think. Hopefully, he didn't come over here for that. Hopefully, Aldova did not come over here to say, I'm going to try out for somebody, and if it don't work, then I'm going back home. Hopefully, he coming over here to try to get on here and stay here. So I think that if he's doing that, then I think that makes his chance of being on his team, more than less, because the Knicks invested in him, and they're going to want to see him play. And I'm hoping that's the case, because I would love to see him. I love his point guard. I love his point guard game. He really do. He got a good point guard game. Now, and from what I've seen on film and highlights, he got a good point guard game. I mean, he got the basics down. He got the techniques down. He got all that down. It's just can he bring it against the NBA boys? And that's what training camp is about right there. To see what this cat get us stronger moving forward. You know what I mean? And so I'm looking forward to it, man. I think it's gonna be fun. Bacon, like I said, it's that to me. He's a sleeper. Because that's due to the fact that, man, like I said, he played in the league last year. Played with Charlotte Hornets. He's familiar with the style of play the Knicks do. Yo, salute KJ, my brother. Salute, salute. You hear me? Yo, salute KJ, my brother. Salute, salute.
What's up, Divine? You can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now, my brothers. How you doing?
What's up, Chad? How y'all doing? A little late tonight, man. What's up, Divine? You can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now, my brothers. How you doing?
What's up, Chad? How y'all doing? A little late tonight, man. What's up, Divine? You can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now, my brothers. How you doing?
What's up, Chad? How y'all doing? A little late tonight, man. Hold up, Divine.
Okay, but yeah, y'all excuse us for the technical difficulties. While we try to get this together. There you go. You good now? Okay. Yeah, pardon for the mishap. We get it together, but yeah, pardon for the mishap.
How about now? You can hear me?
But yeah, I can hear you, but I think it's talking.
Now you can hear me?
But let's be echoing.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
We good now? We good?
I can hear you good.
All right. The echo. I don't know what's going on tonight, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, we good. We good now? We good?
I can hear you good.
All right. The echo. I don't know what's going on tonight, man. Echo.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, we good. We good now? We good?
I can hear you. Yeah, I'm back, man. Sorry for all that inconvenience. We'll get it together, man. Like the brother having some technical difficulties back there. But let me finish my conversation, man. I apologize for that sincerely. But yeah, with the situational thing, man, it's gonna be a good competition, a good battle. I pretty much went across the guys that I think got a chance to go in there and fight for it. I love Dwayne. I love Bacon, man. I just think that guy got that defense game. He can shoot the ball. He's like just another Reggie Bullock to me. And if he make that team and be in that situation, that's good for the Knicks as well. You know, what I mean, who's to know what could happen? The kid might outdo somebody in the fight in the 10 that I'm thinking. But we never know. I know the kid got to be hungry. You know, he don't got it guaranteed. I know he want to make some money, stay in the league. So I think he's gonna come in hungry. I think Bacon's gonna come in here and he's gonna be hungry. You know what I mean? I think this cat want to make this team. You know, like I said, he had to play 72 games last year with Orlando. You know, he probably like, yo, I need to be on somebody's roster. And so I think for the Knicks to bring him in was a very smart move. And I'm glad to see that Scott Perry and them cats are doing their homework and getting guys that make that's out there. I'm glad to see that Scott Perry and them cats are doing their homework and getting guys that make that's out there. Hey, KJ, you got YouTube on? Scott Perry and them cats are doing his YouTube on. That's why I think that's in the background like that. But yeah, man, I'll give it a shot. I'm ready for the season 2, man. I'm getting ready for it. I think it's gonna be fun. It's really gonna be fun. I think the Knicks going there, and just take these guys that they brought in. Veterans around who can show them some things to make a comfortable for them. I just think they're gonna work, man. I just think they're gonna work. You know what I mean? And I'm excited about it. I'm excited about all. I hope for all of them. I can't get by, man. The one that we contribute to the team, working, so hopefully these guys get the same treatment that Obi Toppin got. You know what I mean? If they make that roster and they let the kid play. You know what I mean? If he's ready, if you think he's ready, he can contribute to the team. Got to find a way to get him in there. So hope maybe Tibbs, team a chance to play, especially if you got somebody who ain't playing too good. Then you know what? Let's bring in one of these other cats until they get back. Shaw said, I like that Bacon dude. Not gonna have excuse me, let me get that in there. Yeah. So I like that Bacon dude. Knox gonna have to be ready, just like Mendoza. Absolutely. I second that. Shaw, they gotta be ready, man. Yeah, there you go, my man. Sound beautiful.
We back. We back.
Now we ready to get it popping again, though we gonna do it all over again. You got my man KJW in the building, man. Salute, KJ. I appreciate you coming on. Salute to the chat who up in here, and salute to everybody whoever you streaming in from chat. This part of man-made stuff. It happens, but we ready to get it popping, though. I got my man KJ. What up, KJ?
Hey, Devon. Look, I want to appreciate you as always. Listen, I want to salute you for a milestone, man. You're at the 400 subscriptions, man. I'm checking you out. You actually 405. So guess what? Like the numbers we're talking about for the Knicks, the numbers is growing. People are tuning in. So I want to salute to you for putting the content out there. And us as Knicks fans, we here. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm not sure where we at, but I've been saying this since the beginning, since Bacon signed with us. I believe Bacon has a chance to make the team and be an impact player for this team. Salute, Shot Powers. I just, there's no reason why. I just think that it's going to be somebody else that we have to worry about. Like, and what I mean by that is, and I've been saying this for a while, and I've seen other podcasts. If one of these guys go down, like a RJ or Julius go down, who's going to be that other person to step up? Especially if RJ goes down, we don't have another wing defender. So I always say Bacon. Knox is a good piece, but Knox can't defend unless he somehow changed his game, which I'm hoping he did because he's so young. But I believe Bacon, he's a vet, and he also played with Kemper and Fournier before. So right. I just believe Bacon is that piece that we're not even thinking about right now. There's always another player that we're not thinking about, and I think Bacon fits what Tibbs wants. He's a hard defender, and he can make that shot. And he's a vet, 6 years in the league. So I think that is going to be a good piece for us. And also, Devon, that a lot of people are not talking about, we don't even need Kemba and Rose to bring the ball up at times. We still got, don't forget, Fournier can bring that ball up too. And let Kemba and whoever else on the wings run their set. And guess what? That set can run from the wing. RJ, we know RJ is more valuable in that corner three RJ. Set RJ, let him run baseline to baseline. We let Fournier bring it up, pass it over to Kemba, screen for Mitch, pass it around. So this offense is going to be very interesting. And as far as our defense, I've been seeing a lot. We might slack on defense. I don't believe so. I just think that we can pick you up full court. We can make you real tired. I just think that we have so many pieces to this team that we haven't had in a long time. It's going to set this team off to a whole different level this year.
Yeah, I second that. And for me, the biggest thing is that they deep, and I think Bacon. Like I said, the cat is giving you Reggie Bullock numbers last year. You understand what I'm saying, KJ? He played 72 games for the Magic, 10 points, 4 some rebounds of that nature, 3 whatever, right. KJ 3 assists. He had Reggie Bullock numbers, and he played 72 games for the Lambeau Magic. If he can give you that same contribution on the Knicks for way less than you giving Reggie Bullock, that's
correct. Like we've been saying, Devon, the numbers don't lie, and Bacon has proven. Knox numbers has declined. His first year, 2018, he came league averaging 12.9 points per game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? After year after that was like 5.9. Last year was 3.9. Mm-hmm. Now also Tibbs gave him a chance. He remember at the beginning of the season he had a chance to play, but he just wouldn't come through for whatever the reason for. So that battle this preseason in a couple weeks from now, I've been saying this. I'm gonna keep saying this before. I want to see a lot of those on the fence guys play a lot. Of course, we're gonna play our starters and the 10 people who we think are gonna be in the rotation. We're gonna play them, But I really want to see those on the fence guys, along with some of our rookies and our second year players, because then again, if someone goes down of significance for a good amount of time, just say Julius for some reason, can we win without Julius or keep us in the contention of the playoffs? We might not get the third or fourth seed, but are we going to have to play in the play-in if we miss Julius for, like, say we miss Julius for 25 games? If we miss Julius for 20, I'm gonna ask the chat and Devon this. If we say Julius misses 25 games, it definitely gonna change our record. But how many games do we win without him?
Yeah, the only thing you can, to me, is hope for at least 500. You know what I mean? I think it's got to, obviously you're going to miss a 24 and 11, but can we get two guys who can give up?
Right. Right. And
they're not going to play the leadership role that Julius would play in. But I mean, for a point in production wise, it's going to have to be by committee. But yeah, you definitely going to take a hit with losing Julius Randle, man. That's our dude. You know what I mean? That's the dude for it. You know what I mean? So, but I do think we got. Let's say if Julius go down, you have to move over.
Right. You saying we got to move Obi exactly into now. I don't know, maybe we're not starting, but that does change the starting lineup, maybe to a 3-guard set.
Yeah.
Bring in Noel as it starts. So let's do that lineup real quick, Devon. Say Julius is out, right? We got Kemba, we got Fournier, we got RJ. Who's that for us? So I'm gonna throw my 4 out there. My four right now is RJ, Noel, Kemba, and Fournier. So that 4, because we need somebody to anchor the second. It could be possibly Bacon. I don't know. Like like it depends on who makes the team. But that's a hard. Maybe move up Burks to start.
You can do that. You have a small team, but you could do that. I do think Tibbs. I would think Tibbs would go with, because he's so structured. He's more structured than I am. I know he could. You know what I mean? Like, there's a structured dude. You know what I mean? I mean, he like he might say next my power forward comes in to start. I think he'll rebound a little bit. You know what I mean? He'll rebound. He seemed like his rebound got better. So I would just bring him in. Then I would say the power forward backup. It's got to be between Bacon, Knox, and Todd Gibson. It's the only thing I can see.
Right. Now, Devon, you got cut off before. I was thinking about Gibson starting at the center and Noel as the power forward, because then you got Jericho Sims in the background.
What about Mitch?
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm right. You're right, Mitch. My fault, Mitch. I'm sorry. You're right. I had it all wrong. I was thinking about the second team. You're right, Mitch. You're right, Mitch. Mitch and Noel, and then your bench should be Gibson and Jericho Sims.
Yeah, I see. To me.
But then, also, I'm telling you, I believe that we're gonna go a 3-guard set, because we'll take the mismatch on people. It's like the Rockets team when he shot at all guards, and we'll be a mismatched team. Like, so. Can we win without Mitch? I mean, without Julius? I believe we can win some games. Now for a whole season, nah. We need. We definitely need him. I'm not even going down that route, but I still think we'll be a serviceable team. And like we had, and it's hard. We had to think like this because, it's too good to be true for Knicks fans, for us right now, to finally have a team of guards. Guards was the missing link on this team, or players that could create their own shot off the dribble. That was key for us. Now we have those pieces. So let's just see, man. Let's see what happens. And I'm excited, and October 5th will be a litmus test to see what we possibly look like going forward in the future.
Yeah, you know what? Another thing that interests me with the Obi thing, if we don't want, we obviously we don't want Julius Randle to go down, but being that we talk about it, if that do happen, you bring an Obi Toppin. Now here's what happened.
Hey, Devon, you still going
my
in
bad.
and out, Devon.
Yeah, I know, man. The weather's bad. It's a severe weather storm down here.
It's all good.
Yeah, but
good.
I think you got to look at R.J. Barrett's numbers going up, Fournier's numbers going. At least their attempts. You know what I mean? Their attempts go up.
You know what, Devon? I'm gonna rephrase that, man. You're right. That starting five. I think Obi would definitely be in the starting five with Mitch, because you figure last year they drafted Obi, and the talk was he's going to take Julius' spot. So if Obi come off in the beginning of the year and he shows confidence within the first 25 games, and some has Julius, I would start Obi at the power forward, because look, we're still keeping our bench the same except without Obi. And then listen, we got Jericho Sims right there in the back, So
Yeah.
What we missing from Julius, we're missing a double era, almost triple double every night. That's big for us.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I can see them maintaining. I see them they could tread water because I think they team is that deep. It's different when you play it go down and your team is not deep. You know what I mean?
Right.
They got a pretty deep team there, so I think they could scrap together pieces to keep the tread water. And I think they can hold it down until if he's not out for the season until we get back. I still think the Knicks deep team is deep enough to tread water if that happened. At least maybe 500 because of they got a good team down here to be honest with you. And like I said, you think about R.J. Barrett, Fournier, and Kemba Walker. Them three can start on just about a lot of teams in the NBA. You know what I mean? It's like so I think they have. You know what I mean? Each three will do starters. I think R.J. go up to 20 points a game. Fournier may pop at 18 because you got to remember they're gonna get more shots than Obi. You know what I mean? Right. And you just don't know how them cats might pop. Or they might, man, if Randall going, I want to do 25 a game. You never know.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
hey, Devon, I'm gonna hit you with something. You probably wasn't even thinking about this in the chat. Listen, so think about last year when the bench came in, right? Our bench held us down for the majority of all our games, right? And their percentage of 3-point, I don't have the stats up right now, but I'm pretty much sure, especially with four-quarter Burks, we hit more threes on that second unit than the first unit, right? Absolutely. So you know how Julius had to stop the ball. I think our 3-pointers, and if they're going down, we definitely become a 3-point shooting team, and if we hitting, it'd be hard to stop. But if we not hitting, it's going to be rough for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So even as starters, with Obi out there, with RJ, with Kemba, with Fournier and Mitch, say them guys come out and we shoot like 23 pointers in the first quarter with them three. We're 3-point. We still a 3-point shooting team now with Julius.
Mm-hmm.
And if we hitting, nobody can stop us. I don't think so. If we come out and go 10, we take 15 3-pointers in the first quarter, that's a lot.
Yeah, especially knocked out half of them or 40% of them. That's a lot of points. He knocked out 40% of them. Yeah, that's a lot of points. You know what I mean?
That's what we're going to become because, listen, all three of those guards can penetrate and kick.
Mm-hmm.
We got Mitch right there in the back, and then the second unit come in. It's pretty much the same exact thing. So I'm just thinking like that. Hopefully, Julius, he gets healthy. He's healthy. It doesn't happen. But I'm playing devil's advocate here. Everything can't always go the way we predicted to go. That's just life in general. But let's hope it does go our way for once in a while for a change.
Yeah, absolutely. Real quick, man. Let me salute to the chat, man. Salute to Bang Time USA Media, man. Child, appreciate y'all coming in here. For the technical difficulties, like I said, it's a severe storm down here, so I guess you see the wildfire and they're holding up to its value, but we gonna keep it moving anyway. But yeah, man, that's the reason why it's so good to have a situational situation, because we got young guys who are gonna be hungry to come in here. For if something like that happened, we could do this by committee.
Right. Absolutely. And Devon, I want to touch on this Ben Simmons situation. Ben Simmons has 4 years, $147 million left on his contract. Like, I've seen some people say they would take. I like Ben Simmons' defense, right? Problem is his shooting, right? And for years we had shooting problems. But who's taking on that contract right now with 4 years left? You know, that's and to me that's too much. Too much money. What do you
Yeah,
think about that?
you know what? People might kill me for it, you know, but that's cool because we all got different opinion. I just think that we got a better. We can have a just maybe not on the defense yet, but I think we can have a.
Yeah, Devon having some technical difficulties. But what I would say to that, if obviously Ben Simmons is 100% better than Alfred Payton, right? So Alfred Payton, Ben Simmons jump shot. Ben Simmons is 6'10", can handle the ball and play defense. I would definitely take Ben Simmons all day. But his contract is just too unhealthy for us right now at this particular time. And I believe right now we're set on who we got going into this preseason, and at least for the first half of the season before trade deadline to see what happens.
You know, why I bring this up. Why I do bring this up. If Joel Embiid, let's say, went down, can Ben Simmons carry them?
Right. Yeah, he absolutely could. His height, and he could do more than Joel Embiid.
Can't score like him though.
Right.
So what I'm saying is Joel Embiid is on another level than I think when it comes to against Ben Simmons. I mean, I just think that's night and day. Joel Embiid is a monster. You know, that cat changes a basketball game. He can score the ball, he can rebound, this cat do it all. You know what I mean? 6, 7 foot, shoot better than Ben Simmons, rebound better than Ben Simmons, can play defense on a shot block end. You know, he's not his defense, not Ben Simmons, but I don't think Ben Simmons could take Philadelphia farther than Embiid can. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think Ben Simmons could take Philly farther than Joel Embiid could take Philly. I don't think that.
It is vice versa, because I mean Joel Embiid is the same thing for him. Like he got his money, but I mean he needs help over there. Like I don't think Joel Embiid can't do it all by himself. Who can?
But that's the point where that's what we're making the point about. He got Ben Simmons.
Right. So it's that, as you see, it's never working. Like,
so what I'm saying is Ben Simmons that dude. If Ben Simmons, don't get me wrong, they would a Kawhi Leonard jump shot from the baseline, rolling on the rim, getting to where they need to go. I'm not taking another way enough for Ben Simmons for the player. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that. But 47 million or whatever, 35, 38, 39 million for what he could do. I do think we got a guy on our team, RJ Barrett, that could do that. Is on the way to that level. I think RJ Barrett, you look at RJ Barrett numbers the first 2 years, you look at them, compare their numbers. You know what I mean? RJ Barrett, the second year of being in the NBA, took his team to the playoffs. He's the second leader scorer, second best player. He took them to the playoffs last year with the number one player.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think for the amount of money you paying Ben Simmons, I'll give it to RJ Barrett. I think RJ Barrett is one of those cats that's gonna be he's gonna be that good, you know. And Lee, I agree with you on that one. They say either Philly at 500, around 500 with either one of them. Okay,
correct.
Yep.
Correct. So, hey, you know what, RJ? We've been saying RJ's gonna have a breakup year. You see what ESPN did to him right now? They got Cade Cunningham and Jalen Green over him.
That's
right
crazy.
now. Come on, I mean, like that's I don't. The ESPN even got us at 44 and 38. So I don't know. You know, I know we ain't trying to talk about others, but I don't. That's wrong. That's absolutely wrong. You know what I tell them? 29 national televised games. That's what I don't understand when they put these predictions up. I don't know what sources they seeing that we can't see.
Yep. That's why. You know what? That's one of the reasons why I put that promo video of him out there, because I think you got to go back to the essence of what a cat is before you can say whether he ain't gonna be good. You can go back and go to his essence of R.J. Barrett and where he come from, what he.
Right. He is all his hard work his father put into him. Like, absolutely. Duke, you know, you got Mike Krzyzewski, like one of the greatest coaches of all time in college history, that put the work into him. So absolutely, like his upbringing was a good upbringing, you know. So and he has a lot, like coming into the league, you know, it was all Zion. He's basically been the underdog most of his career, you know. The majority of his young career right now, he's been the underdog. Zion, then you got Julius that had a breakout year. So I'm pretty sure RJ wants to have that time, you know. Absolutely. So
Yeah. He's gonna he know he's gonna want to live up to that top 3 pick. I mean, this is what this cat do. You know what I mean? You know, it's different if the cat picked up a basketball in high school and because he had muscle, he was athletic. It's different. This basketball, man. Coach played, coach managed professional team over there. Mom's with the St. John's. The kid breeds. He's like a pedigree in a source. You know what I mean? I think the man I think he's just gonna do his thing. I think Barty Barrett takes another step, and I think he winds up at.
Right. And D. Ross, I like your comment. Let him sleep. Absolutely, let him sleep. We definitely letting him sleep, but you know, like for us, the expectations are very high now. The high expectations, they got us off our seat. That 41-31, nobody predicted that. So now we off our seats. We like, okay, look, we here. We got more pieces. We expect more as Knicks fans now. Yep. You know, that Garden is going to be going bananas every single night, even away games. We got Knicks fans all around the world. So, you know, we expect, and listen, we pay the money. We get on these YouTube channels to talk about the Knicks. Guess what? We're invested into the team. So we have every right to demand more from this team, and they're showing us now. The demand is high. So we expect more as fans, and the players should expect more too. So, and that's why I said this team is definitely going to be, for me, 52-30. That's my prediction. I've been saying it, 15-5 through 20 games. We went 9-11 through 20 games last year. And we had a harder schedule last year through the first 20 games. So with that team, with Peyton as the guard majority of the year, so we have every right to make these predictions, and I think our predictions are spot on.
Yeah. Hey, Chop Howard, I second that. The way we ended up shooting the 3 ball last year was amazing. And you know, and that like I said, because remember RJ started the season, he was like 1 for 20 something or whatever. But you see, you know what, and you gotta look at what happened for that young man. Now, and I bring this up because it happens to all of them that whole year. No summer league that second year, pandemic. You left out of your rookie year. You couldn't play no more basketball competitively, almost for a year. Because remember we ended the season in March.
Right.
They didn't get to play basketball until training camp and I think the bubble type situation down there, or October, November, or something like that. They didn't get to start practicing with each other, and that's when they hired Tibbs. So he not only did he didn't get to participate in summer league, training camp to the max because of the pandemic that year. So when he came out the gate, and that's why he was in that little slump at the beginning of the year. You know, them cats ain't played. That's why I said they're going to take about 10 games for these cats to get their legs together and get into the flow of things. And that coming out of that pandemic in March, I think when they went to that night, that October, November, December situation where they started playing, I can't recall what actually when they started, but that was almost an 9 months of basketball you didn't play competitively. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think the only reason I bring it up because Shy Power made a good point about the 3-point shooting. I could see why it went from we started pretty bad because he started bad as well, and but we ended up almost in the top 5. So that, that's salute to good coaches, like she said, and them cats just going at it and trying to get better. You know what I mean? So I look at last year, different story. RJ 40%, Randall 41%. They had a year to do. They had a chance to get that thing together. You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna be awesome for them to with that 3-point shooting this year. I'm looking forward to what they're gonna do with that because I think a lot of people in the league sleeping on that, man. I think they're sleeping on that team. Period. I think they're sleeping on that 3-point shooting we got down here.
And also, Divine, I think in general, I think all of these guys, they're just in better shape. I think they got, they're coming. I think they're ready. That first preseason game, like my expectation, I don't see them slacking off. I see them playing hard because, guys is going to be fighting for time and trying to make this team. So I think Tibbs and the whole, not just Tibbs only, the coaching staff got these in these guys' mind. And also you got the veterans preaching to these guys. Everybody's coming in shape because they got a little taste of it last year of how it could happen, how it could be. And guess what? Everybody's seeing all the money everybody's throwing around. They want that money. Mitch want that money. RJ's going to want to get paid. Like quickly has a young McBride right on him. Toppin has a lot to prove. Kimba back in New York from the Bronx. You got that pressure. Now you got Evan Fournier there. You got 4 years, $73 million, and he seems like he's ready to be in New York. So, we have a underdog, and then you got Julius. We have a team of underdogs. We got Rose. We got Gibson, and our coaching staff. People are not expecting us to do what we're predicting on this podcast that will happen. And so that's why I think this team is going to come in very hungry, in shape, ready to go day one. I'm talking about October 5th. I expect to see guys jobbing on the ground, jumping around, and those young guys to really want to get playing time.
Yeah, absolutely. I second that, man. This is gonna be a hungry team, and salute to the chat. And like you're right. We got some of the sharpest mind when it comes to Knicks fans all over coming on these podcasts. But we just as intelligent as any place you go on ESPN anyway. Some of the greater minds is right here in these shows, especially in Knicks Real Talk in the chat. You know what I mean? There's some wise people in there. They know. And we Knicks fans, we know, we watch them day in and day out. A lot of people who write about the Knicks don't watch them like we watch them. You know what I mean? Yeah. They don't. It's not a way of life for them like it is for us Knicks fans who true Knicks fans. A lot of these guys just pick up a stat. They go on these blogs, get the stat sheet, or get the highlights or something. They're not there watching all 82 games or watching all 4 quarters. We are. So who's better to talk about the Knicks than got people like us, the fans?
Correct.
We invested in them. We know. You know what I mean? And I do think I like what the eye test see, and I think we all wise enough to know what basketball is about. That's why we do what we do. You know what I mean? And I'm a pretty wise guy. To me, not pat myself on the back. I think I am. So I try to say, what? I'm looking at the eye test, and I'm looking at what I've been seeing on basketball for the years I've been watching it. I looked at the Knicks last year. I looked at the NBA last year. Now all I'm doing is looking at the Knicks this year and saying that we got better. We got better all around, literally. Right. And we got pieces coming back that didn't play. A significant guy, listen, we won 41 games. Mitchell Robinson missed 41. You know what I mean? Alex Burks missed 23. I mean, you could pencil in 10 wins with them 2 playing in some of those games. You know what I mean? Because you could pencil in anywhere. So it's possible that the Knicks could have won close to 50 last year. Them cats wouldn't have got in. You know what I mean? So now they're coming to a season with the team and better. I just think our chances are good. We know the NBA got better, but we just got to remember we got better too. So to me, it balances out. And I say that every show just to say, you hear a lot of people say, well, but the NBA got better. We got better too. You know what I mean? We got better too. You know what I mean? So it's a mano to me. It's all even kill. It's no different than last year. A lot of teams got better. We got better. You know what I mean? But we got better. I think we got better in a significant way that bodes well for what we try to do, especially offensively and defensively with Mitch coming back. I think it's going to be a little different. That's all.
Hey, Shop House put them 2 Deuce and Grimes playing with Kimber and Rose. Come on, man. Absolutely.
Like you got
veterans teaching these young guys, And Shot Power was. I wouldn't mind seeing that lineup for like 3-4 minutes to see what it do on the court, just to see, mix the old with the new real quick, and you put Sims out there just to see real quick with it. And we up by like 25, just play around with the lineup a little bit just to see what happens. And I think, hey, Devon, I think a lot of that's going to happen. We've blown the team up by 25. Now let's make an experiment just to see if we can keep the lead, see what happens, or if we down, let's see what we can do. You know, hey, so Devon, what is your average Knick like night? So Knicks coming on, got a game at 8:00. You watch the game, right? You watch the entire game. What do you do after the game?
For me, I probably say watching highlights. Go over some highlights. You know, back, maybe a year ago, somebody was probably pretty much going salute to Sim. I go on Sim show at night, do the podcast with him, jump on there with the family down there, and I was doing that a lot. But prior to me, even before I started doing the streaming thing, or doing the streaming thing and coming on here, it was like I watched the game, watch the highlights, especially if they win, you want to see it over and over. Then I get ready to take it down and get ready for the next day.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you still look at the highlights if they lose?
I do.
You do? Okay.
Reason why, because I want to see, because I think even out of losses, some good things come out of losses. You know what I mean? And me want to see what a team could do to be better. Where do we make mistakes at? Because even though you watch the whole game, sometimes you might miss this and miss that.
Right.
I don't feel the same energy-wise, but I do watch it.
Right. See, me, I can't do it. If they win, I'm watching the after one, the 60 minutes, the next morning. I can listen to sports radio a little bit better in New York City, but up here, New York City, New Jersey, man, it's all Knicks, Nets, Yankees, Giants, and when we lose, it's hard to turn on New York. It's hard to turn on the radio station up here. Wherever I'm just telling you, it might not be wherever you guys at, but New Jersey, New York, you don't want to hear it. So for me, like it's enjoying. I enjoyed it a lot last year because we won a lot more. So it felt good to really see what coach is talking about. Even the shows like Alan Hahn and them at night, we could watch some of them, get their opinions. But I want a lot more winning happening this year. So if we win the championship, right? And this is for the chat too. Who gets the statue in front of Madison Square Garden? Currently on this team right now, do we give a statue? What are we doing?
Statue, I don't know. Nah, I don't think so. But because you ain't got one to go Clyde Frazier them yet, then you don't get to put nobody up there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You're right.
So look, we know we're gonna have a parade.
3 or 4, we could talk. But I don't know if anybody worthy of a statue, but I do they worthy of all our praise and all our love and all our everything, man. If this team ever get to that, reach the pinnacle, and when they do get there, they'll be heroes in New York City, man. I mean, Knicks fans we are the fans, bro. But let's not get into it. People don't understand.
Whatever 15 guys and staff give us this next championship, it has to be something outside of Madison Square Garden. You can put that 70-73 team up to something, but this is like, come on. I said I need to see a Knicks championship. I haven't seen a Knicks championship in my lifetime yet, Devon. Right, I need to see at least one.
Yeah, I think you're gonna see it though.
I hope so, man. Like I need one.
I don't know about this year, but I'm saying I do think in the next 5 years, Knicks will win the ring. I know why. I think the organization's in prime position to be able to make moves to put them there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They got the infrastructure to get ready to pull the trigger. Because if you think about it, the Knicks pop this year, there's not a free agent gonna want that. Is not going to come to New York after going 41 wins, 50 wins, second, third round, New York City, Broadway. The Knicks is back. It's gonna be some cats out there like this. I want to go there. I might be that guy that put these cats over the top. So I think they just keep doing what they're doing. Right.
But you know what I like about our front office? Our front office now, like, what are we willing to give up? They're not going to spend a lot. they're not going to throw the money out there no more. We've seen that. This based on look, it was loyal to Julius what they did with Julius, right? These guys are negotiators. They're very smart. They're not going to just throw the bag out anymore at anybody. So what are we willing to give up just for a Dame? Like, we know Dame wants to come here, but what other superstars are we trying to get here? What you know, I know we have to wait till the season comes and see who comes available, but my thing is they're not going to give up. They're not going to give up the farm and get nothing back in return.
Yeah. You know what I think the Knicks do? Every year go by, but remember LeBron, KD, and all them cats to get another year older. RJ Barrett and Julius Randle, they got the timeline. Three years from now, them cats would be like Giannis and Chris Middleton, basically. They've been together for 6 years, whatever. You know what I mean? They got a good infrastructure there. They got flexibility. RJ, by the time he gets 5 years from now, RJ will probably be 20 something a game, easy. You know what I mean? And I think Julius Randle continue doing what he's doing. So now it's like, okay, we got the movable assets, we got draft picks out there, ton of them. So they got the chance to say, listen, we can give up 3 draft picks and still have all our draft picks. Think about this here. That's what people understand. The Knicks can give away draft picks and still have all their draft picks. And
right.
with the front office, the way they will and deal with Brock Aller and all these guys and Scott Perry, and the way they will and deal and what they showed me, they put us in a good place. I think right now, if somebody, we got the money, we got the pieces, the contracts that's friendly to move. We got friendly movable contracts. That Noel contract, the Alex Burks contract, the Knox contract, the Valdoza contract, you name it. We got easy moving contract, and some of the players will play on a team that'll help them. Like Alex Burks and Noel would be just as important to a team as they important to us if you had to move them. You don't lose too much by gaining them guys, and for $10 million a piece, come on, So I mean, it makes it easy because then the team that get them say, no, we'll let them play for us another year. And then we know they coming off the books,
right?
Yeah. So I think the Knicks can definitely get to contend in the next 3 years. I really do. Look what Trae Young did last year. Come on, them Cats got to the Eastern Conference Finals with Trae Young.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Hey, Devon, if we would have hit our 3-pointers, that could have been us. Without Mitch. I mean, we swept them 4-0 in the season series.
Yep.
Playoffs, we just, like bright lights came on, we just was missing our shots. But I mean, that could have easily been us right there. And we know with most teams, like any sport, whatever, Atlanta just was hot. They got hot. They got hot at the right time, and they was hitting all their shots, So there's nothing you could do about it. But I just think that our next move is going to be for multiple players. It's not just going to be one big name. It's going to be this thing with this person, and then we're going to ship. Don't forget that Fournier contract is movable too as well.
Absolutely.
If we can get a superstar with another serviceable player to make up for Fournier, so like you said, and draft picks too as well. So we, it all depends on how we're looking. I'm telling you,
this is what I'm trying to tell people what's so dope about this here. Let's just say the Knicks stay packed the way they are. Don't even worry about nothing. You will still have $37 million between Alex Burks, Noel, Kemba 2 year $9 million. That's $30 million right there almost. Then you got you got Joakim Noah $6 million be here. That's 36. That's 35 million. Knox contract if you don't do nothing with it. That's 40 million right there.
40, yeah.
That's 40. So that's why I'm trying to say the way they structured this thing, they'll be contenders pretty soon. The Knicks is only a year or two away because, like I said, all them contracts they signed, even Todd's contract hypothetically, that comes off the books. So you're looking at 2 years from now with a team that went this far and it had $50 million to reshuffle.
And that is the reason why Quickly has to have a good year, because them young teams are going to want a guy Quickly or Toppin because they're young and they're serviceable. So Quickly got a lot of pressure on him. to me, based on your facts as you just stated and how you put that money up, what teams are going to want those players? Some teams will want expiring contracts, but those teams, they want players in return back too as well. But it's going to be it because we got quickly on paying out. We got McBride right there. We got Grimes right there. So it's going to be a wait and see. And I can't wait. I can't wait and see what's going to happen next for us.
Yep. And here's the thing that's critical. Why I bring this up? This is important. Before we signed Noel, it was teams wanted him, right? Before we signed him, it was 4 or 5 teams were going to snatch Noel up, give him what he gave him. Reggie Bullock got $10 million. You don't think Alex Burks would get $10 million from somebody after the year he had, and they see what he could do? It's not like these players would not contribute. The Knicks signed them because they contribute. The reason why the Knicks signed them players back because they helped them win 41 games.
Absolutely,
they contributed to a winning team. They contributed to a playoff team. So people are gonna be like, wow, them Noel helped get the Knicks to the playoffs. People, you don't think the other teams in the NBA say, you know what, man, we played Nelson Noel last year. That dude was a problem. They look at this stuff. That dude gave my team fits. I like to have this guy. You know what I mean? Or Alex Burks. The big time that the way he shoot the ball, teams gonna be like, yo, when he played us last year, he was giving us problems. You know what I mean? So they look at that and they say, well, yeah, for $10 million for 2 years, but I can live with that. Because they know that money come off the books, and they know they're going to get something from them guys. So I think it's big. It's big that the way the Knicks did that. That's why I go back to saying the way they built this thing. Yeah, KJ, I do think that we got a chance to be contenders in the next couple of years if they do it. They keep doing it the way they're doing it. Because one of the fish is going to pop loose.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Or you're going to hook one of them anyway.
Right. Like Only said, Noel's definitely an asset. We seen what we did in the play when Mitch went down.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for Noel, a lot of games might have been lost. I mean, Noel put his defense was serious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
like his D saved this in a lot of games. Them last minute block shots on people trying to dunk on him. So absolutely, he's definitely an asset, and it's a great asset to have for that price we got him at. Is a beautiful thing. Knowing he could have got more money. Now, he's in a situation with Clutch Sports, and the same thing with you saw with Philadelphia said they want Ben Simmons to fire his agent, which is Rich Paul, same agent as Noel. So it's a lot of conflict with that. So I'm hoping that doesn't really derail him this year, him thinking about the money he could have got. But these guys are professional. So I think he'll be fine. And them guys know they know what's going on, and I think they'll come out. And Noel, now, like I said, these young guys are learning underneath all these veterans. They're practicing and training camp with them every day, and that's what I said. We got to watch out for Sims, man. Sims, boy, had an NBA. He got an NBA body already, ready to roll. And he could do a lot more. I want to see really what he could do preseason. I really want to see what these guys can do. Sims, McBride, and Grimes. We need to see Knox and Bacon too. I keep saying the same thing, Box and Bacon, but those are 3 rookies. We need to see a lot of them.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, L. Lee, I agree with you, L. Lee. Well, we are close. The administration knows that we are 1 or 2 moves away, and it's not about the blockbuster anymore. We tweak and we win. Facts. You don't need facts. That one out, Lee. Right. We just a couple of players away from really putting some work in. I'm serious, and like I said, and I'm geeked about the team we got. I like the team we got.
Right.
That because like I said, like we said, Elton, if Bacon pop and give us Reggie Bullock numbers.
Hey, Devon. I've been saying this since day one. I came on your show. Bacon is going to be. I think Bacon is just based on every time he played us, he hurt us. Yeah, it seems like every time we let somebody go, they wind up hurting us. I'm like, wow. And I hope it doesn't. When we play Dallas, I hope Frank don't hurt us neither. I hope he don't hurt us. But it just seems like that. But I think now we have the person now. We never, with the other teams, we never had the personnel that we have now. Especially at the guard position, we got personnel all the way.
Hey, it's crazy. Knicks they tied, or they up 1-2, 10 seconds left, 20 seconds left, whatever. You need to stop. RJ, Bacon, McBride, Randall, Mitch, Noel, Taj, Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose, he played some D too.
Right.
But to know that you were in that situation and you could bring in McBride, you could bring in Bacon, you could bring in RJ, Randall, and Mitch. You got some cats up on the backcourt who could D, and you got cats up in the top who could D.
Right.
I'm like, yo.
Hey,
So
just think about those big teams. Right. Just think about when we got to play those big teams like the Lakers, and they played Dwight Howard. They threw. We could. Hey man, you know what? We got to bring in Taj for a couple fouls real quick. Let him frustrate. What's my man name? Anthony Davis for a while.
Yep.
You got Noel, you got Mitch there, and Sims maybe depends on what he does, And then we got the 3-guard set against him that the Lakers they're not gonna be able to stop. They can't keep up with us. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Brooklyn. Who's Brooklyn's big man? Does Brooklyn have a big?
Yeah, I think it's Claxton. I think they're gonna go. I got a feeling they're gonna go between Aldridge, Millsap, and Blake Griffin, I guess.
Yeah, but see, Aldridge is coming off. I mean, I'm happy he's back in the league. I don't think he's going to be the same player. And they got rid of DeAndre. Actually, DeAndre Jordan went to the Lakers, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so Lakers going to be
got the young, what's his name, the Claxton guy. They got the kid from, I don't know if they obviously paid from North Carolina. They drafted paid from North Carolina. They got they got more bodies this year, I think, a little bigger than last year. But none of them scared me when it comes to the Knicks. None of their big men scared me. None. Not with Mitch and Noel. Yeah, they don't scare me.
Shout out to Leonard Hamilton. Only thanks for that, brother. Leonard Hamilton from Florida State.
Yes, sir. The defensive coach. Yeah, man. So I say all that to say that I like our chances going forward. I like what we have going forward. I can see that Lee in a sense that Millsap is a good player. I can a veteran who he still got that toughness to him too. Yeah, I think the Knicks is so solid. I think the Knicks is good right now, unless something major happened, a move happened. I think they just good right now. I just think they got to roll with what they got, and going to training camp, putting it all out there, letting them cats go battle, like 5-6 days away, whatever. Just go in and get ready, man. Like you said, KD, October 5th will be here before we know it. You know what I mean? We ready, popping. So, I'm ready, man. I'm amped. I'm really amped. Man. I'm looking forward to the season. You wouldn't believe.
Hey, we treat October 5th like it's the first game of the season, like regular, ready to go. Even though it is, but man, we come out starting the first. We start that first preseason game. We come out firing. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I think that first game against that home game against Boston could set the tone. You ask me. I think that could set the tone. The Knicks go up in the Garden and beat Boston on open night. That's gonna set the tone right there, though. For real. That's gonna be a good game. Boston got good too. I mean, Boston brought in who they bringing? They brought in Al Horford, they brought in Richardson, they brought in Enes Kanter, they brought in what's a man named Dennis Schroeder.
Right.
They got better. Yeah, they got better. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be a good litmus test for us. A good litmus test coming out the gate. You know what I mean? Against a division foe. Tricky Nicky. I see you, my brother. Salute. But that's a good litmus test for us coming out the gate playing a team like Boston. A division game, good team, new coach, Brad Stevens moved to the front office. You could basically say new front office because Danny Ainge is not there no more. So they got new players. We coming back pretty much with everything intact, and we added a couple of players. So it's gonna be real interesting. Must see TV, bro.
You know what? Hey, Devon, that's Kemba game all day, right? Kemba and Fournier.
Yeah.
Kimber in New York City is home. First time playing at home, playing against his old team. You got to go to him. You got
for sure.
Cardiac Kimber has to come out, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
like,
sir.
can you imagine being an open night, like just hearing his name
Yeah,
called?
I'll be there.
Oh, you gonna be there open tonight?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, you gonna have to be. I might tell. I might be there too now. Hold on.
I hope so, man. Yeah, I'll be up in the building, yo, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's gonna be a special game. It's gonna be fun. You know what? They came back. You know, you look at they start lineup with I don't know if it's gonna be Schroeder, Marcus Smart. They deep, man. Let's not get it twisted. And they got some good defenders too. Josh Richardson, even with Pat Riley, Josh Richardson can defend. I don't know what happened in Dallas and Philly. You know, when he went to Philly and Dallas these last couple of years. But when he was with Miami, man, he could defend it. And you know, Marcus Smart ain't no joke. And Jaylen Brown, man, I mean, I could put him in. I think put him in top 15 in the game defensively. He that good.
You know what I would love to see? I want to see McBride versus Smart.
No, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
I gotta see that.
Yeah, it's gonna be
that's what we comparing them to for defense. You know, like we, woo.
Yeah. I'm looking at the Knicks. Shy. I know we gonna really before then we get together to share some numbers, man. We hook up. I want to see you there, Shy. Show you some love for supporting the show and the family, man. So I definitely can't wait. Hope to see you there. I'll let you know. I'll give you my number. We reach out and hook up and show them. Just spread some love for a minute, man. That's all. But yeah, they're gonna be interesting. Game gonna be crazy. I mean, it's gonna be really crazy. It's gonna be fun. Atmosphere gonna be off the hook. You know what I mean? It's gonna be crazy. And I'm looking forward to it, man. It's special for me, and you know, and I'm looking forward to that. And I think this team is a good team, man. I like I said, I know, you know, when we look at paper, I just try to base it off of what they've been doing in their careers. If you go off of last year numbers, I like our team. You know what I mean? You base the Knicks and Kemba Walker and Evan Fournier just off their last year numbers. That's fine by me. I like this team. I really do.
You know. You and Shaw Power just motivated me. I might just go ahead and put my bid in for a ticket tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
It is what it is.
Oh, that'd be Next we'll talk. We be in the building. We hook up. You know, we go live at the game or we during the game, whatever. I mean, I'm gonna be down with
you driving over. You taking the train? What you gonna do?
I think I might drive up to Philly and then take the train from Philly right under the garden, right upstairs.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
See, I like that drive, man. Nothing like the drive. Because, you know, when you get on that train afterwards, is mayhem. But that drive, you go ahead and pay the $48 or whatever it costs in a little parking garage. Rest of the night is ours that night. City going to be crazy that night. I'm staying.
You know why I want to do that, man? I just want to feel that ambiance. I haven't felt it in years. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm down there. So I just want to feel that energy, man. You know what I mean? It really takes me some nice videos, do some promo with, just interact with the Knicks fans, get the videos, pop up for some promos and all that good stuff. And first and foremost, to see the Knicks and see any of you cats. If I get to see any of you guys out, that's gonna make my day. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to that. We spread love with each other over the internet, but to see each other personally and it's gonna be fun. You know what I mean? It's gonna be fun. So I'm so geeked about that, man. I'm like a little kid in the candy store, bro. You know, it does due to the fact I'm a diehard Patrick Knicks fan. I'm not a fanatic, but I'm a fan. But I grew up off this stuff, man. You know, Knicks is a way of life for me. It's a part of my life. It helped me do a lot of things in the right way. I could instead of watching Knicks basketball growing up, you could have been doing anything. You know what I mean? You could have been doing anything. You know what I mean? No, I was home watching the Knicks, trying my best to watch the Knicks. And you know, growing up in Patterson and all those places where you come, you know, you gotta appreciate that stuff because you could have either been watching Knicks or you could have been outside doing something stupid. You never know, even hypothetically. So that's what's so beautiful about it. But I think the season gonna be popping though. I mean, like I said, last year I had 36 wins. They exceeded my expectations. 5 more wins, got to the playoffs. This year, the target on our back, everybody gonna be gunning for us. But I like what we have. I like what they did. I think this offseason to me just was an A+ all around. Right. I think they put themselves in a good position as an organization going forward. I think we don't have to worry about none of the nonsense from back in the days. All that's hogwash. It's all about now is just trying to get to that next level. And I think they brought in the right people to build the infrastructure to do it. You know what I mean? So I like the players. I like the signings, smart signings, great maneuvers, the draft. I love the draft. And I guarantee you, watch by the end of the year, all them players that everybody want to pick before McBride and Grimes and all them, when our guys pop and them guys like some of the guys don't pop, then all that, especially the ones with the big names. And all the guys like other than the top three, everybody else to me would just. So I think McBride and Grimes got a chance to be showing proof that no, y'all should have picked me in the top 15.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
We'll see. We'll see.
I agree with everything you said, Devon. I think, like I said, it's these scouts know. Like we got Quickly at 25 last year. You know, you do the read the draft. You know, people might have picked Quickly. I'm pretty sure they would have picked them quicker than some of the people they picked before him. You know, so you know who knows? We won't know until we see what these guys do on the basketball court.
Right.
And, you know, I think sky's the limit for us, you know?
Yeah, true. Salute my man Sam Holt. Sam Holt, salute to you, my brother. Thanks for coming in. That was crazy. But salute to my man Sam Holt for driving the chat in there. You already know what it is. Salute to the chat. Tricky, Shop Powers, everybody, man. Salute to the chat. You know I love y'all. Can't forget y'all. Elton Lee, you know, D. Ross, everybody, man. Salute to y'all, man. Let the storm pass a little bit. So, you know, I had that technical difficulty like we had a little earlier. Thanks for that. But salute to everybody, man, for coming in here tonight, man. We was, you know, basically talking about this team, about the situational players. That was the topic of the show with the situational players. My man KJ put up some good points, so we dealt with that stuff. And you know, one thing I want to chime in on as well was the Alex Burks. I mean, not Alex Burks, excuse me, the Derrick Rose and Alex Burks effect. I think Alex Burks and D Rose could be huge for the Knicks this year. I think them two cats, if they pop in that second unit, they average us, and Alex Burks gave us 11 last year. If Alex Burks get that up to 12, 13, let's say we move up to 14, Derrick Rose giving you 15. That man, then you got Quickly averaged 11 last year. Let's say if he stay at 11. Right. And Obi Toppin give you 10. That's 51 points in your second unit. That's not even counting Noel with a couple of points. So that's what makes it so intriguing. It makes it so crazy is that it's possible that if Alex Burks and Derrick Rose, for the most part, do what they did last year, this team going to be pretty good. I think so. I think they're going to be pretty good.
And also, Derrick Rose became a three-point shooter last year, just like how Jason Kidd became a better three-point shooter later on in his career when he came to the Knicks. So I think the effect of your second unit that can shoot the same as the first unit is the plus for us, and we're not going to slack from the first. You know, many times second units come in and they slack off. Now they even don't forget these guys are battling every day in practice too, with the situational players too. So I can only imagine how that practice is. So imagine how the court is, and we got to see the fruits of the label last year. So now we're adding these pieces, like you said, Devon, earlier. Skies is the limit, and I think we are going to be. People are not going to want to come play in New York because they're gonna outplay you from start to finish. They're going to just play hard. Even if we out the game, we're going to somehow make a game out of it. And we seen that a lot last year. That we've been down by 20 points. Next thing you know, we back. We came back and we won the game, or we was close to winning the game again. So now, when we can do 4 quarters of just fast-paced basketball, press you up top, and they say that the first unit matches the second unit, skies is the limit. Our 50 plus wins is null and void. We're going to get there. Absolutely.
Yeah, facts. Hey, real quick. Hey, KJ, I did this earlier. Salute to the chat. Yo, be civilized. Peace, my brother. Salute to you. I did this earlier today. I was like, I'm going to tell you something that's so crazy. And I did this just to show a point that this is how good I think this team is. Let's just say Kemba Walker give you 10 points a game, right? Let's just say Fournier give you 10 points a game. Let's say RJ give you 10 points a game. And Mitch give you 10 points a game. And Randall give you 20. That's still 60 points, right? You know what I mean? 60 points. And let's say D Rose give you 10 points. Alex Burks give you 10 points. I mean, you see how low I'm doing with these numbers? And that's 80 points. Let's say Quickly give you 5 points. That's 85 points. Let's say Obi give you 5 points. That's 90 points. Let's say Noel give you 5 points. That's 95 points. And you see what I just did? 10 points and 5 points. So you know they're not shooting that low. That's why this team is scary to me. It's scary to me, man. Yeah.
Think about it. If you double Randall now, you got RJ, you got Kemba, and you got Fournier out there, and you got Mitch for the live. So how can you double this team on both teams? Who you going to double?
Right.
Especially on that second unit. The double is going to be very, very hard to come out. You know, so it's going to be interesting to see how teams plan to play the Knicks and who they're going to try to take the ball out of. Now, all 4 guys can bring the ball up. You know, if Mitch work on his handle, let Mitch bring the ball up. Let's see what Mitch can do. You know, but I know that's not going to happen. But I just think that what can you do? There's nothing you could do with this team as far as other. If I'm coaching another team, coaching this team, who am I taking the ball out of? Who? Like can you guys tell me? Like I'm playing like I'm Brooklyn Nets right now, and I got to put my team against the Knicks right now. All right. And if we double Julie, he bring the ball up. What's going to happen? We're going to dish it to the outside. All they're going to do is shoot. So your theory, Devon, is correct. With 10 points, why can't this team average 60 points a half?
Easy.
60 and 60 on both teams. Why? Both teams can put up 60 points.
That's bombs away out there, man. That's
yeah.
Yo, that's crazy. So that's why why some people wonder why we be optimistic. If you break everything down, if you just break it all down, just don't go off just the thinking and the hyperbole. Just break it down by the numbers. Just break the team down by the numbers, and say, salute Sergeant, salute to you, my brother. You already know what it is. Salute,
Sergeant.
I said bounce attack is what Tiz should preach. I agree, man, child. Bounce attack, and open whoever open shoot it. That's the name of the game. Like you said, actually, whoever open shoot it. But I think that's a good problem to have. They got players who could score, man. I mean, that 3-point shooting in that team, like I said, granted, Reggie Bullock can knock down a 3. We got to give him his props on that. You know what I mean? Right, Shaw Powell, I agree. Simple. But that Kemba Walker edition, and let me big shout out to Alfred Payton, because one thing the man did do for us, he came to play. You know what I mean? He came to play. The defense was there. You know what I mean? He had some good drive game, but he was just a little bit of how would I say when you got somebody on you that's a little bit of a problem. I'm just gonna use the word problem because he couldn't shoot. That's what I'm trying to say. So being that he couldn't shoot, when we went on the scouting report that night before they played the Knicks, the scouting report said Alfred Payton shoots 28% from 3. That's what the scouting report say. Well, what is the coaches of the other teams' conversation when it comes into the game? The point guard is a low efficient shooter. You don't have to put too much pressure on him up top. You can sag back a little bit. You know what I mean? You don't have to put that much pressure on. But with Kemba Walker, now when that same team go through the scouting report and scout the Knicks this time, they're gonna be like, you got to get up on this guy. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? You got to get up on this guy because Kemba Walker could do this, he could do that, and I just think that makes that changes the whole philosophy of what the other team coaches, their defense coaches are thinking when they play the Knicks now. Last year, you knew you're going against the Knicks. They point guard the suspect a little bit from shooting. He's not a good shooter. They can game plan for that. You ain't game planning for Kemba Walker like that. So.
Absolutely. And listen, everything you said was 100% fact. Think about this, Devon. Last year, every time Peyton started off good, the Knicks pretty much won the game. Mm-hmm. His issue was not even 3-pointers. He couldn't finish at the basket. Plenty of nights, I'm like, my man, you got to finish a layup. You can't go you can't go 2 for 8 for missing layups. Like in the NBA, that can't happen right now, and that happened a lot of times. Every time he did well in the beginning, the Knicks did better as a team. So now Kemba Walker is a tremendous upgrade. So guess what? Even though I'm gonna get Peyton this, Peyton was getting to the hole on anybody. He was doing
that. He was.
We got to admit that.
Mm-hmm.
His problem is he couldn't finish, and in them threes. So think about it. Now we got Kimba in that spot now. Penetrate the hole. We got Kimba for a 3. I trust Kimba Walker. Not saying he's gonna make every 3-pointer, but he's gonna make more than Peyton.
Yeah.
I'll bet that right now.
Yeah. Here's another thing Kimba Walker could do what Trae Young did to us. When Kimba Walker got a mid-range game, he could pull up. So before you even get to Clint Capella, he's like, I ain't got to go to you. I'm just going to pull up at the mid-range. I'm going to beat my man off the dribble. He's going to be in the back of me. I'm going to pull up. Kimba Walker got a mid-range game. Alpha Payton didn't have a mid-range game. You know what I mean? So that is so huge, man. It dictates how that defense going to play us now. And I do think if, just Kimba Walker and Derrick Rose alone, they got that. They can get in that lane and cause trouble. You know what I mean? They create havoc in there. You know what I mean? And I think that's different that we got to look at this year than last year. We got 2 point guards, one in start and one come up that can cause havoc inside the paint. It's going to make your team. Where am I going to come up, draw up to them, or am I going to stay back and stay on the shooters? Am I going to do this? Am I going to do that? We didn't have that last year in the starting unit. It wasn't there. You know what I mean? So it's a difference.
Hey, Devontae Manchild, he said, I wish our point guards could play defense. And listen, you know what? Yes, but on a half-court set, and if everybody on this court played basketball before, I don't care how good of a defense defender you are, a man's going to come set a screen, and then our rotation defense, our help defense is going to be there. You're going to need help defense. No one man or woman can defend somebody at half court. Eventually, you're going to get by setting the screen. But the one thing I'm going to like about this Knicks team is now we got Mitch back. We got RJ defending. And don't forget, don't sleep on Julius Randle as a defender either. He's a big body in there. They're going to close that up now, So, and like I said, we can't sleep on Kemba and Fournier neither. We can't. These guys are vets. These guys are seasoned guys. Now, I know we like Quickly, McBride, but they're not seasoned like some of these other guys yet. So let's see what happens. And I think help defense. Tibbs is going to have these guys ready for help defense for us. So,
yeah, absolutely. I second that. Evan Fournier to me is above average defender. Let's not get it twisted. The kid ain't no slouch now. You know what I mean? He's above average defender. And one thing people don't underestimate out of Kemba Walker. If you want to go look at his game, to look at his tapes, he's very good at taking charges. Him and Kyle Lowry is like some of the best guys I've seen do that. You know what I mean? That could put point guards in a situation where you're gonna take a charge. I don't know. They just gifted like that. They know that pretty much that's their defense philosophy. Knowing that I'm gonna make this cat put that ball on the floor, then I'm gonna make you run me over with a charge. Kemba Walker's very good at that, so I give him that for that much. And he's because of who he is, he's not a weak defender. He's not weak. I mean, it's just that. And maybe sometimes we got to look at too, like a lot of us Knicks fans, you might have watched some of Kemba Walker, some of Evan Fournier games here and there, but you really never watched all of them. You know what I mean? You didn't watch. So you got to really say they not good defenders or they weak defenders. I think you would have to go watch their career because I'm quite sure a lot of Knicks fans didn't watch all of Kemba Walker's games and they didn't watch all of Evan Fournier games. You know what I mean? So I think sometimes it's better let the eye test tell you that this guy can defend or not. You know what I mean? Or look at the percentage of the numbers, I guess you could say. Look at the statistics and everything. Statistic-wise, see where they statistics at. But I think on a Thibodeau defense, they'll be better than they were. Because I do think Steve Clifford is one of them dudes that coach defense. And he's a defense-minded coach. That was one of the best pickups the Nets did. They brought him in. Thibodeau and them coached on the Jeff Van Gundy right there in Madison Square Garden. Right there in the arena. He was on that Sixers team with Jeff Van Gundy and Tom Thibodeau. He know how to coach. So I think Fournier and Kemba Walker playing for him, they know defense because they play for a defense-minded coach. So I don't think it's going to be that. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about it.
Hey Devon, you hit it. How many teams, NBA teams, have Tom Tibbs as a coach and their coaching staff that preach defense?
Right.
Defense first. Think about it. They said the same thing about Julius last year. Julius didn't play no team. He got himself under Tibbs. Guess what?
One of the
Julius played. Randall. Barrett. can play defense. He came and played defense, but Julius wasn't known for defense. And guess what? He did a pretty serviceable job last year on defense. We got Mitch down there. So my thing is with guards, like Be Civilized said it best. Some of these best guards like Kyrie, Curry, Dame, they don't play good D, but guess what? It's the team defense. It's 5-on-5. And anybody that play basketball up here knows. Try to get over that screen, you need help defense. Get back. And I think these guys are professional enough to know to work on schemes. And defense, I'm not really worried about because the Knicks showed us what they could do. Like we just added 2 more good pieces to this team. So the defense is going to stay the same, if you ask me. But we was number what we were last year. We were number 1 for a while in defense, right?
Yeah, we were the top. We were the top 1 in a lot of statistics, a lot of categories. But overall, I think we were fifth. I think we was. We was up there at 3 one time, 1 maybe, but I think we went down to maybe 4 or 5, something like that.
Right. Yeah. So I see Manchild. Listen, and I like you said only McBride can play defense, but I doubt he will get minutes ahead of Kemba Rose or quickly. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Right now it's season. We know what Kemba can do. We know what Rose can do. We know what Quickly can do. Right. Mm-hmm. I think McBride is going to play because his defense is good. Now, that was a summer league sample. So yes, we know he can play defense, but we know when you get in this NBA, it's a whole different level, different schemes, different things is going to happen. A different pace of the game is going to happen for this young man. It's kind of like, hey, man, child, when you first got your car, right? And it's for anybody up here. We 16, 17 first get your car, right? First thing we're going to do is start that engine up. And guess what? We're going to top that gas and we're going to go, right? Devon, correct, right?
Right.
Think about it. These guys' career is changing now. They're going to go 100 miles per hour when they might not understand everything yet. But I do agree with you. I'm definitely a McBride fan because based on his defense and what he showed. But in the beginning, he definitely has to live. He has to live and learn. He has to see what he can do first, you know?
Yeah.
But I do agree with you. I like McBride's defense.
Yeah, I think McBride got that it in him.
Yeah.
I mean, he seemed like he got that. He had that New York City gritty committee feeling to him. To me, he feels like one of them cats, and he feel like he belong in the Mecca. He belong in Madison Garden. To me, he just got that in him. You know, when you look at him when he playing basketball. I look at it in summer league. He got that look on the face like, yo, I'm going up against you, and we about to do this. When he was going up against Kay Cunningham in that game, he was like, I want this. You know what I mean? You know, this cat wanted the challenge. I was like, okay, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's what separates, real quick. That's what separates Knox and all them guys. Do you want it? My man, he want the smoke. That's what I'm trying to say. McBride, he wants the smoke. I'm like, okay, that's what I'm talking about right here. For sure.
And guess what, brother? West Virginia, New York City.
Yep.
You feel me?
Right.
That energy in New York City.
Right. Oh.
That crowd go wild. He come in the game and he locking his defender down. You can see the guard now. Dudes. You know that energy. Kemba, Fournier, they doing good. That hard work New York City we expect from our players. Mm-hmm. Guess what? That energy from the crowd is going to give them the defense that we know that we expect from them. Them legs start moving quicker, hands start moving quicker. We are the sixth man. Is the fans. So absolutely, our defense will be another top 5. Absolutely.
So. Hey, real quick, hey, Be Civilized. We talked about that early. I think Bacon is Reggie Bullock. I just think we just got another Reggie Bullock, and that's nice. You know what I mean? I think we got a Reggie Bullock for half the price, maybe, or whatever. You know what I mean? I think that is huge because people say we took a step back on defense. Remember, guys, Bacon could play some D. You know what I mean? He could play some D, and he shoot the trade ball. Look at Reggie Bullock numbers last year, guys, and look at Bacon numbers last year. Go to y'all hit y'all. Somebody check that. Let me know what y'all think. Look at Reggie Bullock numbers last year and look at Bacon numbers last year. Y'all tell me what y'all think. 'Cause I think Bacon was doing, even though he was on a team that wasn't that good, they wasn't fighting for something, but still that's what he averaged. So I think that was real good. Hey, Jay, my man, Jarrell Williams, salute Jarrell for coming up in the building, man. We see you, my brother. Salute. Um, right. You know what I mean? So, salute to you. And yeah, man, I think he just got that Reggie. He's gonna take that Reggie Bullock spot. So we got Evan Fournier replacing Reggie Bullock, and we still got a Reggie Bullock type of player for half the money, or even less, depending on he might even less than that, or depending what he might only sign a 1 point something like a Mitch deal. I don't know what he's gonna do. You know what I mean? But I'm saying if be civilized right, if the dude come in here and he pop, we didn't lose Reggie Bullock and we gained Evan Fournier. I'm good. That team is just as good, and they got better. I mean, they got better. So see, that's why I think the Knicks is smart, and why I think all this stuff is planned out. I think they are smart with this stuff, man. I think they was like, you know what, we need the offense from Alex Burks, because Alex Burks is more versatile than Reggie Bullock when it comes to an offense thing. We signed somebody like Bacon to make up for Reggie Bullock's defense. So we still got Reggie Bullock's defense. We got a better offense by signing Alex Burks. I think it's just the way you're supposed to do it. I mean, our offense struggled last year. We were in the lower echelon of the NBA last year. I think that takes a dramatic step this year by what they did. So we'll see.
Right. And like I said, we have players that can create, like Bacon create. He could create a shot. Now Bullock was a standalone 3-point shooter. He opened, not just how he gonna make the shot, but can Bullock create off the dribble?
Right.
That is the key. So if we playing 1-on-1 against Bullock, I know he a 3-point shooter, but if I get up on him, where's he gonna go?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, either or, I would have been good with Bullock and not on this team again, because he helped us out. He got us those 41 wins, but I'm happy with what transpired here and the players that came in for him. But like be civilized. Bacon, I've been saying it. Absolutely. I believe that he's gonna make the team and crack the rotation somehow, because the only other wing defender we have on this team is RJ Barrett. So absolutely, he'll crack this. He should crack it, depending on what he does in the preseason. We have to see the product. Everything can look good on paper, but now we want to see it on the court.
Yeah. I just thought back, before the season started, we all wanted I wanted Reggie Bullock back, but then I had to look at what made sense. You can find a lot of Reggie Bullocks. You can't find a lot of Alex Burks who could put the ball in the hole like him. You know what I mean? So I see why the Knicks did that. Kevin Bacon is a Reggie Bullock. You might, the career is almost about the same. Maybe he's a little younger than Reggie Bullock, but not by too much. But they do
2
the
years.
same. Yeah, 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
Yeah, 2 years. So that go right there. So you get now. So we the Reggie Bullock thing is kind to me is irrelevant now, because you got, if Bacon crack this thing, which I think he will, because like I said, he ain't no rookie. He ain't no young cat who don't know the game. He played for Steve Clifford and Evan Fournier. Not with Evan Fournier, with Kimber Walker down in Charlotte, like you said. He played with Evan Fournier out down in Orlando. You know what I mean? So you just don't know how this thing gonna pop. The Valdola thing, he said we would have to let Valdola to get Bacon. Yeah, absolutely, Shy. I get one of them. It's gonna be one of them two guys right there. I think if the Knicks keep all their rookies, the guys that they drafted, they keep them. Then between Valdoza, Knox, and Bacon, that's what's gonna be that thing to me. You know what I mean? Who make well, obviously Knox gonna make it. Knox is already signed. Excuse me, let me rephrase that, guy. I didn't mean that. What I meant to say is between Valdoza and Bacon cracks that 15-man rotation. That's what I meant to say. Excuse me. But yeah, it's not a bad problem to have. It really isn't. I think we're in a good spot with that. I'm not too much concerned with that, man. But I'm ready to get this thing popping. I know that. I'm ready. Yeah, I know y'all ready. We all ready, because it's gonna be a good season. It's gonna be some nights where we ain't gonna want to talk about this stuff because we lost. But I'm always, like I said, I try to take the good out the bad. You know what I mean? See what we can learn from our mistakes. You know what I mean? We lost some game last year. the man, a ball bounced a certain way, or by that one with RJ and Bogdanovich in that corner, the game changes. You know what I mean? In the
Right.
playoffs, it's just that so even on losses, you look at the thing that if this, if it would have, could have, or but it didn't, but still look at the thing that could have, that the next time might go right. Like, you know what? Like, I even look at the Giants, KJ. Last Sunday, yeah, we lost, but one for this and one for that. Giants would have blew them cats out last week. So
Let me tell
that's why
you.
I compare that to the Knicks. Like on any given night, you lose the game, but how did you lose? That's what I'm concerned about.
I know we on the Knicks podcast, but we Giant fans too. But
Mm-hmm.
that Giants game, we definitely won that game.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely won that game. And guess what? You can't blame D Jones and
Mm-hmm.
Garrett. They showed up. It was the
Yeah,
defense this time. So listen, they add the extra game. I know quick blowing on the Giants. They'll be fine.
yep, absolutely. Yeah, but that's the way I see it with the Knicks. We lost a couple of games that we could have won easy. You know what I mean? Hey, you gotta remember this team won 9 games in a row. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We won 9 games in a row last year, man. So again, we ain't gonna do that this year. But I tell you what, we're gonna have some winning streaks, though. I think we're gonna have more winning streaks than losing streaks.
Absolutely. It's already in the books of as far as just the pieces we brought back and the pieces we still have here. The experience we have here is going to win us more games. The mental toughness that's going to take to play in New York City, is going to win us more games. And guess what? We the fans are going to demand winning from this team. And guess what? You're going to get booed. You're going to get booed again.
Right,
But
right.
the Nick, I think now that Julius has set the bar high.
Mm-hmm.
I think in thinking about Julius, I said it before, Devon.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see him share the ball more. I don't want him to get caught up and hold that ball and try to force. He should not have to force anything with this team at all. If he's getting double, just pass it out. They'll
That's it
pass it
out.
right back to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like that's what I want to see. That's if one thing I want to see from this game, I want to see him pass the ball out a little quicker.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man. But you know what? I think you will see that this year due to the fact that we got around him now. I think he's gonna be comfortable with Fournier and Kemba Walker and R.J. Barrett on that perimeter and Mitch right there. I think he's gonna be real. He's not gonna worry about I gotta try to make the shot because it's all on me. He ain't gotta do that no more.
Right.
And he gotta do that now. He's like, listen, I got cats who just knock it down. You come in here and double team if you want to. You play zone against us if you want to. You're gonna get burnt. You're gonna get burnt. That's what I see. That's what I see. I see that I'm just looking at it just from what I see and what these cats could do throughout their careers. If you just base it on what they do, if Evan Fournier do what he been doing this, after 17 points a game, we just do that, then it ain't like Kenny doing. No, that's what he been doing. It ain't like Kenny do it. That's what he been doing. You know what I mean? So if he do that and Randall do what he do, RJ just do what if RJ give us what he gave us last year with a better efficiency, that's gonna be scary as well. You know what I mean? And then if Kemba give us what he can give us, which was last year 19 points a game and 43 games, but obviously he's not gonna get no. We don't need him to give us 19 points, but we just need him to play more games. You know what I mean? But if he could do that with that bench, I'm pretty geeked about what's going on for this upcoming season. That's why I'm feeling with optimism because I'm trying to look at every scenario that the Knicks can go through this year. Every scenario I try to break down. If they do this, if they do that, if this player come in, if this player, and to me, all I try to do is just go back to what they done. That's what they've been doing. Go back to what they've been doing. I think we got a pretty good team overall. So I'm excited like that, man. Salute to the chat, man. Y'all make sure I like and subscribe to the channel. I got my man KJW in the building. Salute to everybody out there checking us out as well. Salute to BS Sports Jedi out there, man, doing the Yankees thing, man. Salute to my partner over there. And salute to everybody, man, in the chat. Thank y'all for coming in. Keep bringing that information. I love it. You guys make this show pop. So y'all already know what it is. The chat is where it's at. Without y'all, ain't no Knicks Real Talk. Best believe it. But I do like our opportunities and our chances this year. I think we just need to go into the world most famous arena every night that we there. Give the fans 110%. Let Tibbs hold them cats accountable like he did last year. No holds barred. and bring it. And all I want to see our team is compete every night hard. If the Knicks compete every night hard, they're going to be a dangerous team. Because talent-wise, I'm not concerned. I just want to make sure they competing every night. Because I think now your center spot got stronger. You know what I mean? Salute, Jet for life. Salute. I think the center spot got longer with more better with Mitchell Robinson coming back hopefully longer this year. Now you got him and Nerlens Noel, not Nerlens Noel and maybe Todd Gibson or whoever. Now you got him and Mitch back there now. One coming in for the other one. That defense you don't lose nothing on the back end of that defense and on a Knicks team. I can see that right now. That center spot is probably one of the best defense duels in the league defensively. You know what I mean?
You can't you can't. The numbers absolutely never lie. You know, like listen, Evan Fournier is 46.3% from 3-point range. 46.3%.
That's crazy,
right? There's no. And my thing is, Evan Fournier could bring the ball up. So say Kimber Legs is hurting or whatever. All right, let Evan Fournier bring the ball up a little bit. Let him run around with him and RJ on the wing, setting screens, and Julius down there with Mitch.
Mm-hmm.
Or let RJ bring the ball up, or let Randall bring the ball up. So to me, it's going to be interchangeable parts. There's no point guard, there's no two guard, there's no threes, no four. We got one guy at the center. It's Mitch.
Yep.
How are we going to be stopped? And I'm not saying that in a cocky way because anybody can shut anybody down, but our pieces is like a puzzle. It's going to be hard to stop these puzzle pieces on this team this year for both the starting lineup and the bench, based on the pieces that we have mixing with each other for this team. And Divine, am I wrong to say that?
Not at all, because you got to You got to take into consideration too. What about when we play teams who don't have a good defense? You know what I'm saying? You have to take all this stuff into consideration. When you play certain teams, they defense good, and Knicks gonna kill them. They gonna kill them. I just don't see it no other way. If you're not a good defensive team, then you trying to stop Julius Randle, R.J. Barrett, Evan Fournier, and Kemba Walker. I think that's pretty tough. Salute, Queens. I appreciate it. Sis, thank you for checking us out. We appreciate you. You already know Queens Court in the building, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the sister up. MBK, Queens Court with a fire at. Queen Stephanie in the building, man. Y'all go make sure y'all handle that down there, man. Queens Court in the building for sure. Thanks, sis. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. You know what? It's interesting because it's a lot of good options there, and I just think that obviously the chips got to fall right for us. You know what I mean? They all got to fall into place. They got to be on point like any other team. But I just think that 3-point shooting. If you look around the let's go hype that real quick, guys. Down the Eastern Conference starting lineup. Let's start with Philadelphia. You got Steph Curry, who's a 3-point shooter. Obviously Ben Simmons now, so he know. Danny Green can shoot the three. Tobias Harris, he's a little bit above average, I think. So we know different from the 3-point line in them because RJ 40%, Julius Randle 41, Fournier 40%, Kemba Walker above league average 36, 37, whatever. Probably go up a little bit more this year because he's shooting in the garden. Plus that's what we're doing down here, trying to teach you guys to keep shooting that 3-ball better. So now we just a good 3-point shooting in Philly. Well, that's why we was top 4 in the league last year percentage wise. But now we're gonna be able to have more attempts because Kemba Walker would shoot the ball quicker than Alpha Payton will from 3. You know what I mean? Evan Fournier would shoot that ball just as quick as Reggie Bullock from 3. So I think that's real power. Then let's say we go down to Brooklyn, KD the 3-point shooter. James Harden can hit the 3. His percentage is not good, but he can shoot it. I mean, he's not a high percentage shooter, I don't think, from 3, man. You can check the numbers, let me know. Then you got Kyrie Irving, you know what I mean? Joe Harris, obviously, we starting this year, a good 3-point shooter. But, we still can match them 3-point wise. And so if you look at our 3-point percentage is just as good as any of them guys I just spoke of. If you look at the Nets 3-point percentage, guys, I'm talking about how many, if they shoot 10, how many they make. You look at the Knicks team player by player, they got good percentages. So that puts us up there in the high echelon when it comes to shooting threes. Then you go down to obviously Boston, Tatum, Jaylen Brown on the perimeter. Who else they 3-point shooter?
Horford.
Horford. Okay. Right. So I don't think they 3-point shooting is better than ours in the starting unit.
Dennis Schroeder.
Right. They don't shoot the ball better than us.
Josh Richardson.
Right. Now you look at our starting unit and our 3-point shooters. I think we got in that whole division. We one of the better 3-point shooting teams in the East in the East, and in our division. So that bodes well for me. Last year, like I said, the offense gets better. Kemba Walker scores more than Efra Payton, and Evan Fournier gives you more versatile scoring than Reggie Bullock. Plus, we got a good 3-point shooting team in that start lineup, and you got Mitch in the back of the anchor with the putbacks, the lobs, the offense rebounds. You just got to look at it. It's tough.
It's good. It's so many ways you could put together, and like I said, it's based on what the other teams throw out there too as well.
Mm-hmm.
But like I think the sky's is the limit for this team. Like our 3-point, like I can't see any other team on the East right now that has a better 3-point shooters than we got right now. Yeah. I don't see it. I really don't. Like Miami, you got Kyle Lowry, you got Tyler Hero, you got PJ Tucker, you got Duncan Robinson, Jimmy Butler. And
that's our unit. JKJ, the only significant 3-point shooter in Miami is Duncan Robinson. Obviously, Kyle Lowry can knock him down. I'm saying, don't get me wrong. He's a good shooter off the dribble. Coming down and pulling up off the three.
Right.
But Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo is not really 3-point specialists. You know what I mean? I think if you look at their percentages, I don't think they're in the 40s. I don't think so. I just think we got overall good three. Shot almost 40%, or maybe shot 40% last year. He can knock it down occasionally. Obi Toppin can shoot it pretty good. I think he'll be above his average from last year. I think he shoot above league average this year. Obi Toppin from 3. So I just think that out of them 9 guys, other than Mitchell Robinson and Nerlens Noel, just about everybody on that unit can knock down a 3.
And don't forget the 2 and Grimes and McBride can shoot too.
Mm-hmm.
And Bacon. And Knox, right?
Yep.
We talk about the whole 15 people who, what team I do like in the East? I like Indiana.
Yeah, they're gonna be tough. They're gonna be a tough out. If everything clicks for them and everybody come out healthy, TJ Warren, they're gonna be tough.
Justin Holiday, Lamb, Travis LeVert, Jack. They got a nice little team, but is it the best team? No.
Yeah, they start 5. Yeah, they starting 5. Brogdon, Travis LeVert, TJ Warren, Sabonis, and
Miles Turner.
It's a good team. It really is. So we had to see how. Then again, we match up well against them 3-point shooting. We shoot the ball better than them from 3-point. You know what I mean? Again, you know what I mean? I think Brogdon can knock it down, but he's not a consistent dude. He's not like he's 40%.
Right.
Travis LeVert is definitely not a 40% 3-point shooter. He can hit it. He'll score. He's more of a scorer than a shooter. And I think but TJ Warren, he might not even come out the gate playing, but I don't know what these guys averages, but I don't think they average in the 40s.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Devon, the team that really watching the East too is the Washington Wizards.
Mm.
With Bill Kuzma, Bill Kuzma. They got Montrezl Harrell.
Mm-hmm.
Bill, they got some pieces.
Yeah.
But Aaron Holiday, but like I said, like to your point, like as far as 3-pointers, we have a 3-point shooting team.
Yep.
Right.
What's the situation with Washington that's interesting to me? Who's gonna be that veteran leader on that team?
They got Caldwell Pope too as well.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it's gonna be hopefully him and Bradley Bill. Yeah, I mean Caldwell Pope and Bradley Bill compared to I'm talking about veteran experience wise.
Yeah, veteran.
D Rose and Todd Gibson's like a you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm talking about that guy who wants to say when the tough get going. See that one thing you despite what you may think about Russell Westbrook, he's been around long enough to be a veteran leader.
Right.
They really don't
not. Yeah, you're right. They don't really have that veteran presence.
They don't have it. They don't have them. A couple of older guys who can say, "Listen, this is how you're supposed to do it." See, that's what I love about our team. We got guys that say, "No, dude, this is how you're supposed to do it, not how you know, or this is what you can do." But I don't know if they got them guys there. David Beatrons. I don't know what's and so it's gonna be interesting to see. But they got a good team though. But I have to see. I know they bought it only guy, but he still lost Russell Westbrook. Let's not get it twisted. They lost Russell Westbrook. You know what I mean? So, I mean, Russell Westbrook is the real deal. I mean, you might not like it, whatever. That man is the real deal. He's the real deal. So, who replacing that dude? Who could say, you know what? I can go get that bucket. I got confidence. I'm gonna go get it. I don't care. It's Kuzma and Katavius Caldwell Pope or Russell Westbrook, where they said, no, I can go get this at money time. Don't even worry about it. I ain't got no fear in doing this. I got to see who's going to replace that mentality for watching it before I put them up here. You know what I mean? I do think they got a good team, though, talent-wise. I just think that we got to see how they veterans going to play out with that. Compared to when they playing us, we'll see. They got a good talent, though. They got a good team.
I'm telling you, that Atlantic division going to be serious.
Yeah, it is.
Between us, Boston, Brooklyn, and Miami.
I got the Knicks like Boston and Miami. I guess I'm gonna have to say Philly. Then I would say the next tier to me would be Charlotte, Indiana, and Chicago. That's what I think is gonna wind up shaping out to be. I think that we'd be in the top 6 best teams.
Right.
I mean, really the best. Top 6. Then I think the other 6 probably to me or other 3 would be, like I said, Indiana, Chicago, who I just said, Charlotte Hornets. I think they're gonna be real scary this year. And so then after that, you could put Washington in there. And then you get down to your Detroits and your Toronto. We got to see what Toronto's gonna do. Orlando, we're not too much worried about. They did bring some veterans in there, like Robin Lopez and a couple of other guys. They still got Terrence Ross, and we got to see how Jonathan Ida's situation going to emerge for them. But I think we in that top 5, 6 easy. I don't foresee us even going into that.
And like I said, the whole East got better, and so did we. But like I said, that's why the East you're going to be battling. Like I think. This the year we start seeing the turn. Like how the West Coast is a lot better than the East, but now the East is a little even out, getting it not all the way, but it's there almost. Where we're going to start seeing that turn. Like every night, any team can beat you any night in the East because there's that much more competition in the East right now.
Yeah, the East got real good, man. They took a major step this year. Think about a lot of players that came in. Think about Lonzo Ball leaving, coming to the East. Think about DeRozan coming to the East. You got quite a few players who was in the West came over here and play now. You know what I mean? So you looking at Al Horford when he left the West, came over here. Dennis Schroeder came over here. Up and down the whole Eastern Conference. You got a lot of players who was playing in the East last year is over here now. So the balance of power shifted just a little bit. They got a little bit stronger. I think West still got what they got, but I think the balance of power is kind of closer now. So.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Well, to the chat, everybody, man. We gonna be in too long. We gonna get up out of here, man. I just wanted to come on, man, and talk with the family. You already know Knicks Real Talk. We in there, man. Like I said, man, y'all make y'all like, subscribe, man. And sorry for the little technical difficulties earlier, but we try to keep it moving, man. The storm settled, so I guess they agreeing with us. But man, child, everybody up in the chat, man. Thank y'all for coming in, all the newcomers, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, and we keep bringing y'all this content, man. We be back on Sunday unless something drastically happen over the next couple of days. You know, I do promo joint coming out pretty soon, man. And I'm gonna do another. I did the video. If y'all haven't checked it out yet, go check out the RJ Barrett joint I put out there. Tell me what y'all think about it. For all those who didn't get to see it yet, it's in the video on the channel, man. Y'all go in and check it out. But just a little 2-minute, 20-second video about RJ Barrett's maturation from high school to where he at now, and what level he on now. It's called RJ Barrett Different Levels. Knicks Real Talk Production. Go check that out. We're gonna get it popping Sunday again. Like I said, unless something happens between now and training camp. I'm looking forward, man. Y'all, let's get this thing popping. KJ, man, give me some last thoughts, brother, before you get up out of here.
Hey, listen, as always, thank you for having me. Thank you for the chat, for hearing both of us out. And I'm here. And I'm anxious to see what we're gonna look like, to see if some of the things we've been talking about is gonna come to light, which I believe 100%. The majority of them are, and I'm just really want to see where we're going to be at this year, and continue to like and subscribe to Knicks Real Talk. Spread the word. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Come on in. Divine is very generous. He throws a link in the chat. And look, we want to see Shot Powers. We want to see you out here. Alton Lee, D. Roz. Be civilized. We want to see y'all, man, child. Right, Divine? You're very generous about letting me win. We call it family. So come on, let's see. Let's meet up, let's talk, and hopefully one day we all get to a game together and we can see something, But Devon, as always, thank you, my man, and I'm here.
Yeah, absolutely. Before I end the show, just hold on for 1 second, all right? Once I end the show, I want to holler at you for a minute. But listen, let's get it popping, man. We got 5, 6 days, 7 days of training camp. We about to get the buzz going, man. It's about to be live. We're gonna be really doing this thing. Now, off season was one game here, but now it'll be every game. You see Knicks Real Talk. The games will start, the game will end the next day, whatever. We'll be the night show, the morning show, get back to regular season form. And we just gonna keep bringing this content to all you guys. Thank y'all so much for coming in, Elton Lee, Man Chow. Keep it coming, man. We appreciate y'all. Be civilized. Shy Power, salute everybody, man. Thank y'all for coming on tonight. Sergeant in the building. Everybody, man. Sam Holt in the building. Sam, salute. Tricky Nicky was in the building. Salute, Trick. Everybody, man. Y'all already know what it is. D. Roz, I'm one of the originals. You know what I mean? Thank you for coming in tonight, man. For spending some time with Knicks Real Talk. Now, I see you cats on the next one, man. No doubt. Y'all stay safe out there, man. Y'all already know the drill, man. COVID-19 out there. Protect yourself. Be careful, man. Do what you got to do, man. Just be safe and enjoy the rest of your week. Hope the weekend get here. Once that fly by, we ready to get back at it, man. I see you cats Sunday. And in the meantime, just check for the videos and everything, man. Tell a friend, man. Knicks Real Talk, me in the building. And from a Knick for the Knicks, man. From the fan for the fan. And that's what it do, man. I see you guys, man. Until the next episode, man. For real, peace. Yo, salute. Knicks Real Talk, man. Divine. About to get out my grind, hop in the Black Knight. About to make it happen, man. Knicks Real Talk, we all over the place. About to get it popping. Divine, Bronx, Third Eye, 7-6. The night show, the morning show. Knicks Real Talk, man. About to get in the Black Knight.
Knicks Real Talk, let's get it popping. We hopping like topping in the Jumpman brand. Ain't no stopping. Divine and Bronx, Third Eye, 7-6. We live from Facebook, Twitter to Twitch, and all that shit. We number uno with the promo that blow like nitro. Now the streets are buzzing, so we flow with the night show. So spike them lights below. That thumbs up, run them up, and you double up, cause it's Knicks Real Talk, and we on the come up. We'll salute to the cats in the chat. That's where it's at. Now you place the chats, when I pace that under space where our face is at. We lace these cats with news, notes, stats. Game recap, no hyperbole, we straight facts. In fact, we say it lit like a candle throughout the handle on the banner. We violent, so subscribe to the channel. Knicks Real Talk. Knicks Real Talk.